Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Perfect Imperfect Podcast, Episode 1. So today I'm with Miss Charmaine, the founder of Crate. And I'm so excited to have you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kavi. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So today we'll be talking about your journey about having Crate and also how you started from Crate and also going into musicals as well. Because Crate is actually one of my favorite cafe here in Malacca. In Malacca, so I frequently come here all the time.
She orders matcha.
Yeah, matcha is my go-to
Yeah.
at this cafe. And apart from just owning a cafe, I do notice that you do a lot of other events as
Yeah.
well. A
I
lot
think
of
it's under the umbrella of the arts. Like it started off like more painting, and then it morphed to teaching. I think at one point we were teaching a lot of children, and then we slowly became a cafe, and then now we're trying to be more into the musicals, into more theater stuff, but at the same time not closing all the doors behind us and just really move forward and pulling along the strings as we go.
I see.
Yeah.
So what was your inspiration actually behind opening a cafe?
A cafe specifically, I I think it was during COVID. I was saying like we were teaching children, right? And then what happened was the lockdown, and then it was really hard to connect the children. Like you talk to them halfway, and then their eyes just go everywhere, and then you really cannot like hold their attention. So we're like, I didn't want to just talk to a screen. And then I decided, you know what, at that time I was baking a lot at home. I mean, I'm sure you came up with a skill during COVID, a lot of people did. And so I was baking a lot, and then I was giving away like some scones, and then an idea hit, thinking, what if I start selling scones, like takeaway? Because at that time, the food industry was the only one that you can actually do business in terms of like deliveries and things. So it was actually that point where I realized, what if we try the F&B industry, but at the same time still teaching kids at that time. So the inspiration actually started off from an urgent, more of an urgency to see how we could move forward at that time, because what we do is so physical, and so a lot of some technologies or some industries is very easy to just move towards the virtual world, in that sense, like social media pop, the film, or even a lot of um, the chat, the Zoom.
Yes.
But for us, it's like it kind of works, but it's not that fulfilling. And I always believe in like do what makes you fulfilled. It really felt like when I was teaching these children that like they are paying so much, considering we are in a lockdown, and money is a bit high. Yeah, it's tight lah. It's tight lah. They spend on food and their kids, and so I'm teaching them. I don't think I give enough value as I could if I give them face to face. So I tried selling scones at first, and then somehow rather, one thing led to another. 2020, we decided to rent the whole place downstairs, and then we started investing, buying things and building stuff ourselves, and so that's how we became a cafe.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I believe,
It's a lot more.
For sure, starting from small and
Yeah.
getting up to a bigger scale like
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
it requires a lot of effort. And I understand how is it like to actually, during lockdown, even I was teaching as well. So
Really? What
was,
did you teach?
I did teach children like math, science, and English and all that.
Okay.
So it's understandable, and for at that time starting a new idea is really inspirational.
Yeah, and you just gotta try lor. If you don't try, you never know.
Yes.
But before that, we were already doing quite a few things. We're doing quite well with the children. We had at one point, I think 30 plus kids. We had 6, 7 classes, different classes. We had speech and drama, creative science, dance. We had yoga.
Wow.
Yeah, like it was very hectic. Like weekends for me are like kids running around.
Oh, that's
And
so
we had
fun.
classes back to back. And so imagine from being that at that height of things, and we had workshops as well as what's it called? We had holiday programs, where we would like have camps and things like that. And it was doing so well. We even had like a tech talk event.
Oh, okay.
And it was it was going up, it was upwards, and then COVID hit. We just had to pivot law.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I think that's like a pivoting point for everyone.
Yeah, a lot of people.
A lot of people actually started to do something or
So many.
change. Yeah.
Especially baking.
Oh, yeah.
Baking myself. A lot of them, they started doing F&B.
Understandable. Yeah. True. Wow, that's really nice.
So,
So, like from there, you
Yeah.
started, and how did you come up with the name Crate itself?
okay. So it's a very direct. I won't give you the direct answer lah. But there are actually a lot of different. I don't know why I envisioned the word that start with K. I don't know. It's just a feeling lah. That's what I think. But I wanted to play of create, and then so crate came out. And then at that time we were making crates like this. I don't know if you can see, but like we are building
wooden
crates. And actually, if you look at that picture over there, like we were building our own crate, and so like it only makes sense for us like, okay, let's call it crate, and it sounds cute, short and sweet. But a lot of people thought we were selling or we were doing karate. I'm not even joking. Until now, there are people say you're karate. Wow, karate. I got a DM from a random stranger to the company like when first year of operation. That's like, hi, I have secondhand karate outfit. Would you want to buy? So it's like a lot of that. It's okay lah. Karate, creative,
Yeah, actually, some people
I
do
know.
say the
But
word.
it's okay lah.
It's alright.
It's okay.
I think the name is cute. I
Thank
really like,
you.
especially since it starts with K and my name starts with K as well. So yeah, I can see that. Wow, really. So like when you open a cafe, I mean, for sure there are struggles and everything. So what do you think is the hardest part in like managing a cafe?
Oh, managing the cafe itself is hard because it's time consuming.
I see. Yeah.
It's lots of aspect. It's not just about making the best coffee. It's also about customer service, making sure the place is clean. Like there's so many aspects to running a cafe, and you really need to enjoy it. So I would say the most challenging one is keeping it going and keeping it fresh. So you obviously have to not just like sell something great, and there's a lot of aspect to it, like customer service, like I said. But I think because of our scale, what we do is like more of a branch. So that's how it's not so difficult as compared to a real F&B that has like lots of variety of food. But there's so many different kinds of cafe. You know what I mean? So, but for us, I would say we are like 50% event space or 50% event and 50% cafe. So that's what makes us a bit more different than the other cafes in Malacca. We focus a lot on the theatre shows if we can. Yeah. Still it's challenging lah. Any business is challenging.
Yes, true, for sure. It is.
Yeah.
It's not that easy as it looks. Obviously,
No.
There's a lot of like behind the scenes work that people
like,
don't really know.
A lot of people and food quality.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes it's about wastage. Yeah. A lot. I mean, when it comes to food, you have to really be careful because you're feeding people.
Yes. True. Understand. All right. So, in terms of food, as we were saying, what is your recommended menu or like item of the menu or like your favorite?
Oh, you tell me. What do you usually order? Kavi?
No, I mean for me, if I keep coming here all the time, okay, and the only thing that I order most of the time is matcha.
And you order the grilled cheese.
And grilled cheese, grilled cheese and ham.
Yeah.
And it's so good. I think you guys have mushroom soup as well.
Mushroom soup as well.
Oh, that's really comforting as well. So
I actually would recommend what you just said, but you definitely should try the carrot cake and the scones. Like the scones was our staple. Very proud of them because it was, like I mentioned, it's the beginning of our cafe. It started from delivering scones like in a pack of 4. So it's very close to my heart. But of course, we are still trying to try to innovate and try to see. And we made a variety of scones. Now we have Pandang Gula Melaka scones.
Oh yes, I tried that last week.
It's okay.
It was really good. And also the blueberry scones.
Yeah, that one's my favorite. The blueberry lemon scones. That's my. I was like, I like lemon. I like blueberry.
Oh yes,
I
they're
like
a perfect combo.
So
Yes. Oh, okay, yeah. So the menu here is really, really nice.
Thank
And I
you.
feel
It's
everything
very
is
simple, like.
curated to like your own.
It's more Western.
Yeah,
though.
more
It's more like
Western.
very
So
Western.
you have like something that you will like for
Mm,
sure.
mm.
Okay.
And it's less sweet.
It's less sweet.
Somehow.
Yeah.
Everybody like it less sweet. So I was like,
True, true.
yeah.
All right, and the next thing. Okay, so I'm pretty sure everyone in life has their own like role model or influence or someone that they look up to.
Okay.
For you, who would you see as an influence or a role model or something that was the biggest influence in your life or career?
Life and career. That's a very good question. I never thought about that. I'm not prepared for this. Well, what my inspiration? I find that I don't have a specific one person that like sort of inspire me. Like, okay, I see this person that I want to go. But when I was younger, I can give credit for this lady. It was my first theatre show I watched, and I was 15. It was a school trip. I had no idea what theatre was at that time. We went to KL to watch Putri Gunung Ledang.
Putri Gunung
Yeah,
Ledang.
and we were at the last row because the ticket was cheap, so we were sitting at the last row, and I can't really remember so much, but I remember the stage, like because it's Putri Gunung Ledang, right? So the the mountain will probably have to move, and she has to meet him under the moonlight. So there was a lot of magic in there, and I didn't thought that that would be my whole life now. I mean, like 15 years ago, right? And I was like, this woman. I started like I got older, and I started like, who is this? Who wrote? Who created? And it's Tiara Jacqueline. So this local lady, she's like showstopper, and she has her own company. She does this, that, and I just thought it was so inspiring and so empowering. She does all the things that I probably see myself doing. She has hospitality, and I just think she's great lah. But I haven't met her. I watched another show as well, and so because I think it's also very refreshing that I like a local, more local,
artist,
local artist. As compared to like I like Lin Ramaran, I like him too. But a local, I feel like it's a bit more reachable. Like you can, if she could do it, you could do it too.
Yes,
that sort of energy lah.
Yes, yes, true, true.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So yeah, you've been exposed to musicals since you're
15.
very
Yeah, but I
15.
like it, but I was always very shy. Like, I was so shy. You have no idea. When I was 17, I went for audition, and I couldn't go on stage. I like legit. And now stage is my home, man.
Wow.
Yeah. It was like it's a really interesting journey of self-discovery as well.
I mean, from that, and now you're playing as an actress.
As a show.
Yes,
In a
in
show.
the musical.
It like I said, it's a funny little thing that you end up doing. Like I didn't thought I'll be doing this.
Musical.
Yeah, musical.
Wow.
I hated my voice, even now. Like I hated my voice, and to challenge myself to do a musical, it's very. I mean, you were there. You saw how I struggled, right? You met me the first day, and then I sounded like a frog, right? You don't like.
No, you did not.
I sounded like a frog.
You did not.
Because it's like I had sore throat the first few times we had rehearsals, and then it was like, oh, and everybody was like, are you sure you can do this? They didn't have to say it. I could see in their eyes. I was like, it's okay, I'll drink lemon water, I'll drink honey lemon.
I mean, yeah, because a lot of times you have to practice behind, and then like you keep practicing and talking and talking and
then
singing.
you have to not just talk, you have to also direct them. So you like halfway through you have to like switch your roles, and then you have to come back.
Yeah.
And in context, we were doing a show. Kavi was the dancer. When she showed that, she was the dancer. That's how we met. So yeah, I think when you came in, it was quite stressed already, right?
Yeah.
So we never actually had a chance to.
But I truly enjoyed. I mean, I got to see, even though my role was really small in the musical, I got to see every part of it. I got to see what happens behind the set and how you guys really like make music and how do you write scripts and like how do you alter them. And also we have Nina as the dance choreographer and seeing her put the dance together just off of her mind, that was insane. Yes, and hearing you direct each and every one of us and like on the spot changing the scenes, and that was really amazing. And
Oh,
I
that was
really
it's
found
stressful, but it's fun.
yes, like
Kind
you
of
get
stress.
to play in like a different team each time, and
Mhm.
then also like I mean the community wise, I
Yeah.
feel like it's important.
It's so
And I
important.
do see that the create community, I would call it,
Yeah.
they're so close to each other, and like
Too close.
yeah.
No, no, we're good. Yeah.
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 And then like everyone is comfortable in talking
Yeah.
to each other. Just like
I think it's because we were friends first before we started this journey. So it's very important to have that trust. And
yes,
at the end of the day, I always say, most importantly is we're having fun. And like
yes,
we are really enjoying what we do, and we are also growing at the same time.
yeah.
So I challenge myself to every time I finish a show, the next show must be a bit different or better, better than the last one. So then there's always a step forward. We probably have, someone just got okay.
All right,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Yes. So yeah, I believe yes, you do need to have constant change.
Yeah.
Yes. And something that to keep you growing, keep you make like few steps up
Yeah.
from what you're doing right now. I
Mhm,
think that's how we evolve
Yeah.
overall and
For
learn
sure.
more new things as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
In terms of like speaking on musical sides, so
Mhm.
like what is your favorite musical? Like you've done a few already.
Mhm.
So which one would you choose as your favorite musical so far?
So far,
Mhm.
I know it's not damn cheesy, but I really love Wicked. Like that was like,
Wicked.
yeah, Wicked. So I had the
Ah.
privilege to watch the Broadway show before it became like a whole big thing with the film.
Mm.
So I think I was at again the last row, like up, and they were tiny. They were so tiny, but their energy and the storytelling and the I don't know. There's something about that show that made me really like wow.
Wow.
And to compare it to the film that they did, was just like the film was basically an exact fisheye or like a direction of if you were standing next to them versus the Broadway. So Broadway they're tiny,
Yeah.
but in film you see them
Yeah, like in
this
front of
brave.
you.
Yes.
Ah.
And so that's why people don't complain about the show. A lot of times when you do theater and you change it to film, a lot of people talk.
Yes.
Especially you got big fans, right?
Yes.
So that show it opened up my um like the possibility of how you can tell stories. And it was only just recently, I watched it 2 years ago. And what was really interesting was that scene, one of the scenes from that show actually inspired me to do the scene with me and Madam Chong, with the one next to each other, where the scene opened up. And we are singing at the same time, even though we are at different places. So
okay.
so it's very inspiring, and that the reason why it's one of my favorite musical is because of that sort of aspect. You never thought you could tell a story that way, but then you watch something like, oh, it's possible, and so it's so inspiring. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there are other musicals lah. But I started off not doing musicals. I wasn't very confident in writing music. I wasn't like a composer and thing. Music's not my strong point. It started with the love of acting and having no opportunity. And so I try to wonder like why is there no theatre space in Malacca or anyone that I can like sort of join and feel like I'm comfortable and contributing and excited. And I'm sort of like if I can't find a platform like that, why not create one?
Great one. Ah,
So then
okay.
so I started like learning how to write. I went for courses. I learned how to write and I watched a lot of analysis. And then I just started writing my first play at 2016. And that was the birth of Cray. Yeah.
Oh.
We had our first show in 2017 and this was the show. I don't know if you can see but he was there.
Oh.
There's Guy.
Ah, that's
Yeah,
Guy?
there's Guy, yeah.
No,
He was
it's
8
so
years old.
young.
Yeah, he's 8 years old and he was acting as Tommy. Yeah, and I was a Little Mermaid. I didn't want a big role. I was like, I can't do both at that time. So yeah, but it was so fun. It was extremely fun. So it was never musicals. It was always plays. I'm better at writing conversations, but like I said, I challenged myself to write music and put myself out there and force myself to sing. We went for like vocal classes.
Yes, yeah, vocal
vocal
classes.
It's
quite tiring.
Yeah, it's so much. It's like an ab exercise.
Yes,
Yeah, so
exactly. Wow. So
Yeah.
like how do you come up with the scripts? Like do you like
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
obviously you get inspiration like this, what you said from Wicked, and then that's how you create that scene.
Yeah.
But how do you like actually create the whole script? Because I was asking the other crew like,
Yeah.
how did this script even come up in the first place? Like, why
Yeah.
is it so like? For me, it was perfect.
Oh.
For me, it was perfect because everything was aligned. Everything was like it's
Oh man,
just
it's
right.
like a different part of your brains, yeah. I think for me, it all starts with a concept. That's why I work so well with understanding the space first. We do a lot of walkthrough theatre as well, other than just big musicals. Big musicals was one of the things I wanted to checklist, and I'm very happy that I got to do with you guys. But before that, it was always smaller scale.
Okay.
So when it came to like doing a show that was big or small, the first thing I do is understanding the layout of the place. So I'm a very visual person, so it's always what is the core thing that I want to portray. For example, I'll give you an example. Like say I think of that two thing happening at the same time but different location.
Yes.
I like it, but I don't know what story am I gonna write, right?
Yeah.
But I'll keep that in like a little box behind my head, or I'll draw it somewhere. And then from there I'm like, okay, so we're talking about two different person. Do they like each other? Do they hate each other? And then if they do like or hate each other, then you have a story. Right? If they love each other, then they have a story. If they hate each other, then they also have a story.
Yeah.
So let's say who is this to? Are they mothers? Are they fathers? Are they father or father son? And so there's so many
possibilities.
yeah, possibility. And then you slowly narrow down. And from there I'm like, okay, what about you tell a story within this and this? And so for me, concept first, and then characters. Characters are so important.
Yes.
It's not just
yes.
you can't just like, oh, it's a love story. The whole time it's I love you, you love me, and that's it. But like when you talk about characters, it is conflict. You know,
Yes.
characters equals to conflict. If there's no conflict, there is no story. So that's what I learned like writing class, guys. So from there, it's like what is the resolution? What is the climax? What happens when these two actually bang? And like, so a lot of times in my script, there are a lot of I find it so important to have resolutions. I know there are shows where they just leave you hanging and then you go home and
Then you think about it.
you think
Oh
about
man.
yeah. I mean, there's beauty in that. There's
Yes.
beauty in that, but I haven't really explored that version because I always want to wrap it up nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think maybe one day I'll just like
Yeah.
you do your homework. You go figure it out. You go figure the ending out. It could be multiple endings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can get input from people saying,
Yeah.
what did you think about
Yeah,
it?
but it has to be very mind bending.
Yeah.
And so it's the more mind bending it is, it's harder to write. Like I always tell
Yes.
people, a musical is easier to write than murder mystery for me. Because a murder mystery you have to think of so many aspects.
Yeah.
And people are smart, no? People will find
even the smallest
yeah,
thing.
I tell you, I did the great gossip, right? Even I start the show, they already tell me what's gonna happen.
Oh,
They
no.
already like, but thankfully they didn't get it right lah. But so if they
Okay.
get it right, then as a writer you feel, you know what I mean? Because what you want is the element of surprise.
Yes.
So it's so important to also know how to not think like people while knowing what they're gonna think. And it's so tiring. It's so tiring, but it's like it's challenging. It's fun
It's fun.
in a way. I have a love-hate relationship with writing. When I write, I can just flow. But when it's stuck, wow,
Oh,
you cannot.
writer's block.
Writer's block. You can't. You just have to let it go. And don't be so hard on yourself. Yeah.
Wow, yeah, I think a lot of effort goes into everything.
The writing, yeah. Writing story is everything.
Yes. Apart from that, in your musicals, there are a lot of characters. So which characters are like, if you would say one of the characters, choose one of the
I
characters.
know this answer.
Which character would you choose from all of your musical? Just one.
Not just me, right? It's like anyone.
Anyone, yeah.
Oh, my muse. My Madam Chong. Oh, they love Madam Chong.
Yes. I think everyone loves
everyone
Madam
Chong.
Chong.
Even though she's a complete dude, and she's a complete a bully. Like
Yeah.
she is the definition of a selfish, direct, snobbish, whatever negative woman. But
Yeah.
somehow we all love her. And as her character obviously is not. She's lovely.
Yeah.
She's a bit too lovely, and people be like, "What? I thought you were Miss Chong. What's up?"
Exactly.
Yeah,
Actually,
everybody's
I
like,
do get sections
"So
from people.
kesian, yo." So she actually like, one more time, I have to play one more time. Yes, we're gonna play for another month of Madam Chong in Penang.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean that's what we're hoping. We're hoping
oh,
to tour Penang.
that's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah, but Madam Chong is the reason is like writing her script, right? Writing her character and seeing her come to life
Mhm.
and seeing the words like she embodied the character. It's not just like saying the lines, it's like the way she talks, the way she stands, the way she looks at you. She has an aura of darkness. But somehow people just like, yeah, huge fan. Because she is what's the word? Unapologetically her. And a lot of times as women, I don't know, as women, we feel like we wish we could be so direct, but cannot. People hurt all. So Madam Chong was like that. She's like, you hurt your problem lah.
Yeah.
So I think people
I think they could resonate
they could
with that.
resonate
Yeah.
with
I
the
think,
potential that they
yeah.
could be in that sense.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Actually, seeing Madam Chong in person and also in play,
Yeah.
it's two different people.
Two different people. But
Two different people.
I love her character. One of my proudest characters that I had the privilege to write. It's like jahat,
amazing.
tapi jahat, tapi cantik sangat. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really nice. Apart from that, okay, for like your personal growth and also learning in life, like how do you approach? Do you like constantly find things to learn, or like do you like how do you actually approach? Like how do you constantly learn in life, or what's your approach in learning?
Learning, I believe in lifelong learning in that sense. Oh my god, this is like a Q&A session, right? Like the correct answer. I believe in lifelong
No,
learning.
any
ladies and
answer is
gentlemen.
fine.
uh I have to be very biased lah. What I like, I will learn no matter what. But when I don't like something, I find it like cutthroat kind. I'll get someone that love it to do it than to hate to do it, but do it. Understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's ultimately what everyone wants. Like if we like something, we would do it.
Yeah.
If we don't,
But not in
chances are we
yeah,
won't
but
do
not
it.
in high school though. You are forced to learn everything.
Yes.
Like, at least our time, we had to like study things that we don't really love, or don't really find it that important. But of course, it's always important. Education is important. But I'm one of those who actually went for it. Like it was not easy fighting the norm. Like my relatives will ask me like, oh, you're still doing that thing, that art thing, like for a long time.
Yeah.
And so the support is so important. I have a lovely partner, lovely family that like allowed me to, and just allowed me to do this. And when I told them I want to do the art in Malacca, in Malaysia dah lah susah nak buat kat Melaka lagi kan. So yeah, it's learning is tough, but I always believe there's a will, there's a way. And a lot of things I learned was online. So always learn, also learn through mistakes. I think that's a very very important. Learn through mistakes. Learn to work with people, especially in my line, like you said, like a community. It's all about people. If it's me and the coach, right, then I just love the coach. The coach give me coach give me money, coach give me love and good point, crypto. But like no, my one is physical. It's human connection. Theater is all about human connection. You come to the stage, and what I love to do is the interactiveness. Like I don't like you watching me and I'm like, I like to talk to you. Some of them get intimidated, not gonna lie. But like you will get some who's like shouting back, and like so it's really fun.
I think yes. I think as humans we all crave that connection, honestly. Like community is important. I believe that it is important. And through community we learn a lot as well.
Yes.
And things that we never knew we could actually do are also done through a community as well. So yeah, I really
It's
agree.
basically adult hobby.
Yeah.
And people that like the same hobby. And we do it together.
Yes, exactly.
Together. No club and society anymore, so we have to make our own. I was in MMU in Miles Club.
Miles Club. Okay.
That was also when I did my first show.
Oh, okay.
I did Bonnie and Clyde. I don't know when I was 20.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah, I did Bonnie and Clyde. Yeah. But I wasn't born in Auckland. I was launched. I don't even remember. But it was my first time.
Wow.
And it was the whole journey since that
That's
I found.
beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, not bad.
And then you're not bad.
Not bad, not bad.
Okay. All right. Apart from that, if you were given a chance to start all over again,
Mhm.
opening up a cafe and doing your musicals,
Mhm.
how would you approach it differently?
If I had a chance,
Yes.
I think as much as like I wish I could say like, oh, that I would do this and I'll do that. Actually, I honestly can't answer you that question because I wouldn't be where I am today.
Mhm.
It took us a long way. Like we're almost at our next year will be our 10th year. What the hell? Next year will be our 10th year.
10th year?
Yeah, man.
Time really flies.
Yeah, really flies. So like there was so much struggle financially to
Yeah.
really start a show, to get the people's support, to get and all that. But it was really tough. But it is because of that journey that allowed us to be where we are today. And I'm sure there are faster way, better way if you know the right people,
Yes.
or you contact, or you invest, or if you loan. Guys, don't loan unless you're really sure. But like do that kind of things. But if you ask me, I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change anything because we really like baby steps, man.
Yes.
Some people they're quite risky. They don't mind. They will
Mm.
dump all their savings and they're like, okay, it's this or nothing.
Yes.
But I don't really believe in that. I believe in taking calculated risks, knowing that because at the end of the day, it is a business.
Yes.
You know, a cafe is a business.
Yes.
No matter what theater, you still have to try to earn money back. And
Mhm.
so have to really learn how to have a good relationship with money as well.
Mhm.
And also trust that whatever you do will bring you forward to where you want to be, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. I think yes, that's important.
Mhm.
You're embracing each and every step that you take,
Yeah.
and that's really important because some people they do give up in the first half
Yeah,
itself
a lot of
before
times.
really like seeing results.
Uh-huh.
Some want really fast results.
Yeah, really fast. They are not patient.
They're not patient. So I
yeah.
think like yes, as what you said, seeing where you are right now, like after so many years,
Yeah.
I think that's the beauty of it.
Mhm.
Yeah, the beauty of starting something from scratch.
From scratch. Yeah.
You truly appreciate something like that.
Yeah. Like your baby. Everything's your
Exactly.
baby, you know. Yeah.
There's more appreciation. That's beautiful. So, if you were to give any advice to
Mhm.
any, students, I
Mhm.
mean, as a student myself, sometimes I do have the dream of like opening my own cafe
Yeah.
somewhere in a small town, and I feel like a few other students as well
I'm
also
sure.
have
Yeah.
those kind of dreams,
Yeah.
and or any new potential cafe owners, like what advice would you give them
Okay.
to open up a cafe or start something new? Doesn't have to be a cafe, or can be
Yeah.
anything.
It can be anything. So for context, like our cafe has been 5 years. And along that 5 years, we did a lot of shows. So I think if I were to give an advice, start if you let's talk about cafe first. If you want to start a cafe, it, I know it sounds really fun because it's like having a tiny little space where you can serve coffee, but the work that comes behind that, it's crazy. It's crazy. And sometimes there are days where you don't want to open your shop, but you have to. And so you have sort of like there are pros and cons, but you have your tiny little safe space that you welcome people in. And it's lovely. So again, pros and cons. If you want to start your cafe, uh, you need to figure out if you know yourself well enough, you can handle the stress of running it, or you could start baby steps like us, or you could, if you know yourself well enough, then you just really put it all out because starting cafe is not cheap. There's a lot of equipment, machinery and fridge and electricity. There's a lot of bills that comes behind it as compared to if let's say you want to start a more digital marketing agency, and then obviously that's a bit more different.
Everything's online.
Advertising online. So so it's a different kind of hard. Everything is hard, right? It's a different kind of hard. I think ultimately in general the advice is just, I know this sounds so cheesy, but just enjoy what you do. Like really enjoy what you do and believe in yourself. Holy shit. It's like Disney, believe in yourself.
No, but that's true.
Yeah, it's
As much as it doesn't sound corny, but
Yeah.
it's that's the fact.
Yeah,
That's
it's like
the
know
fact.
yourself well
Yeah.
enough that you can get through whatever hurdle that is gonna come up. So you must love what you do.
Yes.
Because when time is hard, whether you can push yourself through that hurdle. And if you don't like it, man, imagine if I'm a mathematician.
Oh,
Walao. Can you imagine?
someone who doesn't like math.
Like to do like math. To do like, and I have to teach every day math.
Oh.
I can't like even if let's say I have a naughty student, one day I quit. But like if you love math,
Yes.
you love so
The
much
passion
the
for
passion
math.
for math. Oh God, that doesn't sound great. Math,
Mathematics.
mathematics. So if you have a passion for mathematics, then a lot of times you're like, this child is horrible, but it's okay. I like mathematics.
So push through.
Push through. So it's a different story.
I think it's the
Yeah.
willingness, like the
Yeah.
willingness to see if you can actually do that work for
Yeah.
a longer period of time.
And
Yeah.
to also like evolve and improve, because doctors have to constantly find new ways to use like the tools and things like that, and a mathematician has to find like if there's a new thing formula. Okay, thanks, Kavi. New formula. Then they will have to like like it's the same. It's the same for everybody. It's like if you love it, you will take the initiative to learn all these different things. But if not, it's so hard.
Yes.
So really believe in yourself. So okay, I'm gonna say this. If you don't love studying what you're studying,
Think again.
but don't hurt your parents' feelings. Be like me, satisfy them first and then do your thing. That's what I did.
Yeah, I mean when we're all young, like right now we're under our parents' control, and usually the only person that we listen to is our parents, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
And they want what is best for us, obviously. But sometimes, like as a student, every one of you have like goals and different inspirations and different ideas. And now when everything is evolving really, really quickly, things are different. Like whatever our parents know may not be effective.
It's a different
now.
era.
Yeah, it's a different era.
Like when those days when you're like, I was telling my mom long time ago, I was like, hey, you want to be YouTuber? YouTuber, 什么鬼 YouTuber 你在讲什么 So it's like they don't believe in that. But YouTubers, they earn so much
they
now.
earn so much. People younger than me
Blame
are
my mom.
earning like so much.
They're earning so much. And so it's like I know you want to please your parents and they are your parents and they love you and they worry about you, but it's really a different era.
Yes.
So it is what it is, but at the end of the day, you live for you. I'm not saying to like go against your dad parents now. I'm saying that there should be compromise because I struggled with that for the longest time. Like I didn't know what I wanted to do, especially after I graduated. So Crate was actually like a side project. So I was still working while at night I basically stayed back and did what I could do for Crate. But I still had a job. So then it's like only when I reach a certain point, I'm like, you know what, I really want to do this.
You had like a stability first.
I at one point I had 3-4 jobs. It was like really crazy. And so it's also about mentality. Like if you want something, you gotta go and get it. But if you're comfortable working for someone and you believe in what they do that too. Because again, like there's no judgment in like, my friend, he on the company and follow them rich, don't know what. But you happy or not? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh,
He's
yes,
stressed,
yes.
And you are like, I just go to work, I come back and then I get to spend time with, my pet, and and I'm happy. And cukup lah.
I think, yes.
It's so hard. Comparison, you gotta be competent. Be happy with what you have, and that's enough.
Oh, I totally resonate.
Yeah, man.
I think that's important.
Some more you do a lot also, right?
Yeah, I do a lot. I'm all over the place.
She's all over the place.
I'm all over the place. I'm still like, because I love doing stuff.
Yeah.
I love doing anything I could possibly get my hands dirty on.
Yeah.
And so like through that, I find fulfillment. So some of the people around me may think like, oh, you're doing too much. should stop doing
Yeah,
that. But that's
yeah.
what makes me happy. And
Yeah.
same thing goes for the other person. They might not be doing much, but they're happy, and that's what is the most important thing. That's what matters. So like, I think now like fighting for fame or money and stuff wouldn't be enough for you to actually go through life.
Yeah.
So yeah, I totally
Yeah.
totally agree.
It's not, it's comparison lah.
Yeah.
Especially when you guys just like, especially fresh grads, right? You're like,
Yes.
oh, she got a job that somewhere, and I like, I don't find a job. See ya, that kind of thing. But you know, okay lah, don't be a potato for 5 years. Nobody asking you to do that. But like, if you ask me, the biggest piece of advice I can give you is give yourself 1 year to do what you love. Give yourself just 1 year. If you can hook on to your parents, just one more year.
One more year.
Just one more year.
One more
You
year.
have 4 years already. Come on, 1 more year, and then I try to pay you back after a year. You know, you can make a deal. I'm sure they understand. And if really 1 year you realize, this that's too much. I have to do everything myself, and then you find a job. You know, and nowadays there's so much ChatGPT, man, to help you write a resume, right? Last time you got that privilege,
Right.
and then video recording lah. Last time it's like have to face to face, we have to go places to meet them. Now it's just Zoom.
Yes, yes.
It's so easy, so easy, guys. So just
Oh yes, that's true.
Mhm.
I think just find what you love.
Do what you
Do
like.
what you like. Speaking of community, coming back to community just now, maybe you can tell me more about your team.
My team.
Your team,
Ah,
Nina,
great lah.
Sonia. I mean, if you
Yeah.
guys have the chance to come to create,
Yeah.
please do. It's really, really cozy, and I love the atmosphere.
But you have to talk to us, because we realize like some people they think we are we didn't want to we don't want to like, hi, welcome, we are great. So like if you talk to us, then we realize that okay, you're friendly, you want to talk, okay. But a lot of times when you come, we just like, you might just want coffee and we don't want to intrude. Malaysian kan, not America.
I mean,
We're not
all of us
America.
are shy. I mean, initially I was also shy. I think it took me some time to actually
we
talk
had to convince her to join us, okay? Convince her with my powerful Nina.
Yeah, Nina was like, we
Nina,
need to dance. Can you dance? Yeah, okay.
So yeah, the community, Nina, Sonia, MJ, Kim, I mean, so many of us. But I don't know how do you define community. Like what
People closest around you.
I guess, but I think
like they push you to every day.
I think at the end of the day, it's like when we have something that we want to do together and move forward together, you're part of that, and that whole thing is a community on its own. You know, it could be anything. It could be a badminton community. It could be pickleball.
Pickleball is very trendy right now.
It's so trendy.
Yeah, it's really trendy.
I haven't tried it though. Malacca a bit slow.
Yeah,
KL more,
they have one already.
Yeah, they do. It's just that like it's not as like, it's not popping like mushroom in KL. KL is like everywhere, right?
Yes.
I haven't
KL,
tried
I think the sports industry in KL is really, really good.
very good.
Really
I know
good,
you can go there.
Yeah,
I think I go. Are you sure you want to do that?
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I think yeah, if you want to come to create, please do. It's really nice. It's lovely. Thank you so much also.
Thank you.
For, joining in this podcast, and I really appreciate you taking your
No
time
problem.
as well.
I try my best.
I really I could resonate with whatever's going on here, and I really love that you actually put through your effort into everything.
Thank you.
And that really inspired me to also do this episode podcast and everything.
She's doing a good job.
Yeah.
Give her a like. She's doing a good job.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kavi.
Thank you. Okay, so yeah, I think that sums up our podcast for episode 1 of the Perfect Imperfect Podcast. I am Kavi, your host with May, and I'll see you in episode 2. Bye-bye. Bye.